they call it?
They call it Jesh Harb, but it's under Turkey majority of the area.
Okay. May Allah make it easy for Syrians, man.
Ameen.
May Allah have the Muslim brothers and sisters everywhere.
So yeah, if any of the brothers want to come down,
He's a heavy guy.
yeah, bro, we need you, bro. Come on, man.
I'll do about 10.
Yeah, bro, you can do more than me. I done 39.
MashaAllah.
That's it.
MashaAllah. No, it's good, it's good. You can't just go there, you have to train, warm it up.
Will you be here during Ramadan?
No, I'll not come Ramadan. Ramadan, hopefully I'll not come, inshallah.
What about the other brothers? What about hijab and...
I don't know about them. عليكم السلام خويا كيف الحال لاباس؟
انا جزائري مقيم في الرياض.
ما شاء الله.
تماك قاع يشكروك.
بارك الله فيك.
يعطيك الصحة وكمل كيما راك.
سلم عليهم كاع. بارك الله فيك خويا الله يعزك. جزاك الله خير خويا. بارك الله فيك حبيبي. جزاك الله خير. Yeah man, today is
just.
I heard you speaking to the guy to one guy you were speaking to. It was a mad time, atheist I think. The guy was a waste of time.
He's a waste of time, but you know why I did that? I just want to expose the nonsense of philosophy.
That guy, Akhi, I've heard him
That's what I
speaking
did,
to
man.
other brothers, Akhi.
Yeah,
He just,
it's just nonsense.
you know, Akhi, these guys, Akhi, yeah, basically, he wants to, he doesn't want to believe in Allah. Why?
Yeah.
Because you know, by believing Allah has to follow rules, you know? So he's going to look for any justification to justify his disbelief, even though he knows it's nonsense.
Yeah. He knows it's nonsense.
Yeah, but
the
you know,
reason why I did that is because
show foolishness.
I just want to show their foolishness. That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't really waste my time with this.
But sometimes, Akhi, you know, it happened to me in the past. It's often I even speak to them.
Yeah, barakallah feek.
Because why, Akhi, sometimes you go, you know what they do? They like to define what is not by necessity. Like nothing. You know what is nothing, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean what is nothing? You know what is nothing. Why are you playing around?
Yeah.
You understand? And that's philosophy. Philosophy is corruption of the mind.
Yeah.
You have to define everything. You have to doubt everything.
That's exactly what I said to you.
You see?
I asked him, how certain do you exist? I'm certain. So you know what, philosophers, you'll go beyond that. They will start questioning you. Do you even exist?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Even say I exist. Are you sure about it? Because why? In order to start something, you have to have starting points. To be a criteria, to be a base. They have no base. They doubt even their own base.
Sorry to cut you off.
Tafadhal,
You know what really frustrates me here, as well as in the Dawah scene, right?
Yeah.
Is that I see a lot of people are trying to refute philosophy, but they don't really call people to Tawheed.
That's right.
You know, why don't we establish Tawheed? Why are we going to their game? Why
Yeah.
don't we establish Tawheed to them?
That's
If
true.
you establish Tawheed and the Sunnah, right, then you refute their falsehood. They've got nothing to
100%.
hold on.
100%.
So I'm really frustrated when I see the guys, they're using the first course arguments and all this.
Like there's a young brother, you lot recorded him.
Yeah,
This
man.
young brother, I'm not sure where he's from.
Canadian.
Hashim was next to him. He's Syrian,
He's Canadian.
from Canada, yeah? His argument to prove Allah's existence is an argument that goes against Allah's names and attributes.
Yeah.
Because this, what do they call it? Endless of chain of events. Yeah, tasalsul. We accept it, you know, we accept there is, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no beginning, no end. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the awwal bi asma'i wa sifatihi. Allah is the first with his names and attributes. So this argument which, if I have a gun, then for me to shoot, I have to ask my soldier, the commander, then the commander, and he has to stop at somewhere, yeah? This argument you can use, but you have to differentiate between two, yes? Between the causes, I mean, in order for this to occur, you have to rely on this, and between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's actions, you understand? And this is the Ash'ari's way of proving Allah's existence, which that's why they had to negate that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is eternally the creator and so on. You see? So they believe Allah, because remember, Allah has no beginning, no end. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Rahman, eternally. He's Al-Kareem, eternally. Al-Khallaq, eternally. So basically you saying that Allah was for no time, was what? Not doing nothing. Static. As Ibn Taymiyyah refuted them. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَزِيزًا حَكِيمًا. Allah eternally is almighty and all wise. You understand? That's the problem with Speaker's Corner. People not use any argument, and the Muslim brothers and sisters taking this argument, spreading it. And this argument go against the Quran and the Sunnah and the way of the Salaf al-Salih. And there's a problem of so-called da'wah course. I air a da'wah course. I air a da'wah course, one-day course. Yeah, so if you speak to atheists, tell him if you have a gun, and they... أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون. I mean, all of us who made mistake.
exactly.
You understand?
I made a mistake in the past, and you correct
I made mistakes as well. You know, sometimes when you jail, you think this sounds good. But if you...
Wallah, we are proud of you, brother.
بارك الله فيك.
Alhamdulillah.
والله جزاك الله عزك الله أخي. الله يغفر لنا ويرحمنا ويتجاوز عن سيئاتنا. والله أكبر الله المستعان. الله أكبر. Of course, أخي.
Because they feel like you feel so insecure, you feel so shy to call people to Tawheed and the Sunnah, and you feel like you need to refute philosophy first. I don't get it. If you call them to Tawheed, if you establish Tawheed first, then indirectly you refute their falsehood. That's it.
Akhi.
You're gonna have to fall upon.
That's it. You know. There's no problem showing like you're doing,
like,
showing the foolishness.
But
But no exception every time. Straight away, you know, there is what they call it. What they call it. There is a partless and there's a body, and the part requires another body. Can like the best. You know, was when a Syrian brother, may Allah bless him, he came to our da'wah table on Friday, yeah? Because we do Friday and other people do Saturday, yeah?
Okay.
So he said to me, "Akhi, you're not proud of the Quran and Sunnah?" I said, "What's this guy talking about?" I said, I got upset. I said, "Why are you saying that, akhi?" He said, "Why you are using this cosmological kalam arguments?" I said, no, brother, I don't use that. I think you get me wrong. These guys that come Saturday, we don't use that. He said, "Akhi, this is a problem. Why you don't use Quran and Sunnah straight away? Why you don't have to say Quran, say about the argument of the Quran, the analogies. Use sound analogies. Barakallahu feekum." I see brothers speaking to some atheists here for hours, not getting nowhere. Wallahi, like that guy, who is he? The one he keeps coming back. I spoke to him once.
How does he look?
I think he's Australian.
Skydiving, Phil, isn't it?
Now
Phil.
Phil is waste of time. If someone asks you define waste of time, say Phil. That's how you define it. It's waste of time.
Waste of time, yeah.
Like now, if you notice the atheists, they will look for any excuse to reject the creator, yeah? Now they're saying about, do you remember they used to use the argument of human suffering?
Yeah.
Now they say, what about animals? Okay, it doesn't mean because you don't know, therefore there's no wisdom behind it. Well, it means you don't know, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Your lack of knowledge cannot be a criteria for Allah's actions.
You know, I spoke to a vegan.
That's it.
You know, I spoke to a vegan today, right? And I said that, look, if we can establish that there's the creator, then whatever you believe about veganism is
False.
crumbled, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I said, you don't want to talk about it because you know deep down there is the creator.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know if there is the creator, then whatever you believe is false.
Yeah.
So they're insecure. They don't want to talk about
That's why,
whatever the creator
of
exists.
course, because if you don't believe in the creator, that will lead you to uncertainty
Exactly.
and subjectivity.
But they feel
And that's what's
uncomfortable.
happening now.
But you know what we Muslims do?
Yeah.
Some of us, we're trying to refute veganism.
No, that's why the Western world, what's happening in the Western world, because they turn away from the creator.
Correct.
Now literally, now I can beat up a woman. If the police come, I can say I'm a woman. And I have to respect my choice.
Oh, yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
Why? Because there's no certainty. Everything's subjectivity. You understand? Yeah, even I'm a clear man, and I will say to him, you cannot arrest me because women fight against women. So what happened? The woman's right that many true women fought for is being taken away from them because of these new ideologies. Man, clear man, big man. Now you know the year, the Women's Day.
National Women's Day.
America, the bravest woman. Guess who is it? It's a man.
It's a man.
Yeah, he's a man.
You have to respect him.
And you have to respect him. You're a bigot. You're a bigot, you know, and that's what they do. They scare you by bigot. You're not bigot. I'm not gonna. What they're teaching us in the Western world now, they teach. You know what they teach us? They're teaching you to be a blind person.
Yes.
You can see clearly. You are a man clearly, but I have to respect your choice because you said that. Why not respecting my choice?
Exactly.
No, why not respecting my choice for calling you a man?
Exactly.
Now even there's a problem. Like Algerian brother, I paid ridiculous money to learn English back home. Now I came to England. There's a woman next to me. I said to the boss, she did something. He said, don't say she, because she doesn't like it. I said, but what I learned as in English language, woman is she. He said, no, she's they. He said, where is they? Because they to him. He learned English they is plural. He's like, where is they? He said, no, she's they. He said, she was they now. He said, she's they. Look. No, he said to him, she's they. He said, but you just told me she. How she's they? He said, no, is they. He said, how is they? They. شاب خالد دي. استغفر الله يا رب. والله يا أخي. That's what it leads. When you have no creator, it leads to destruction.
That's why the vegan didn't like it because
Yes, of
because
course.
he's trying to he wants me to engage into his veganism nonsense, right? But I said to him that no.
By the way, this جاهلية تعرف في الجاهلية كنا نسمع الشيخ خالد.
I say if I can establish.
تعرف هذا جاري هو.
Exactly.
هذا الشيخ خالد جاري في بحران.
I said to you, if I can establish the
الله
creator,
يهديه.
if I can establish the
Sorry.
creator, then your veganism is refuted. He said, I
Yes.
don't want to talk about it. I said, oh, okay, fine.
That بارك الله فيك. Good point أخوة. When we speak to vegans, speak about the creator.
Exactly.
And ask him, is there any certainty? He said there is no certainty. Say, okay, me killing animals, you're not certain if it's wrong. You could
That's
be
what I
right.
said to him as well. I said to him as well.
So why are you standing here defending it?
I said to him, is it objective or subjective? It's subjective. So then you shouldn't have a problem with someone who believes that meat consumption is fine then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a double standard.
And you know, there's a verse in the Quran which this verse, Allah shown us in our time, clearly manifestation of it. Allah mentioned about Fir'aun when he asked Musa, وَمَا رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ? Who is the Lord of everything, O Moses? He said, رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا إن كنتم إيش موقنين. قال ابن تيمية رحمه الله تعالى لماذا ذكر اليقين؟ لأن من ليس له يقين بأن الله موجود ليس له يقين أبدا في أي شيء. So Allah mentioned if you have any certainty, because if you're not certain Allah exists, you have no certainty about anything else. No, Allah exists also, you have to be certain Allah exists and should be worshipped alone. Now what's happening around the world? Subjectivity. It's crazy إخوانا. والله ما لا save us,
I
man.
mean, can I say just one more thing before I leave?
لا لا تفضل
I know you're very busy.
دقيقة أخي.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you can stop.
After this, can you join the convo there?
Which convo?
The Shia and Sunnah thing.
والله you don't like me?
I love you.
So where do you want to send me to crazy people?
Fair enough.
Can I just quick question? I know you're very busy. I'll let you go.
لا لا أخي والله it's my pleasure to speak to you أخي.
You know this whole thing about the necessary existence. You know what I heard?
Yeah.
I heard some of the da'is here. They say that necessary existence doesn't necessarily mean there is God. How would it be?
Yeah, all of them said that, yeah.
So basically, the contingency argument that they say
Doesn't
is
prove
only
Allah.
to take a person out of agnosticism.
Yeah, it's
But it doesn't need to be
abstract
Allah.
God.
Exactly.
It's something abstract.
Abstract,
Yeah,
correct,
doesn't exist in reality.
Yes.
You see, and the argument they're using to prove that necessary existence, if the atheists tend to them say, okay, describe God. If they're describing Allah, the arguments will backfire at them.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
That's why Jabr Safwan had to negate Allah's attributes. Because Allah's attribute is part of Him.
Yeah.
But you said if something part of something has to rely on it.
Exactly.
And if you rely on it, it cannot be necessary existence.
Yeah.
Look, this is a nonsensical argument. Wal-iyadhu billah. Understand? So this is what I'm saying. So Allah relied on something. That's Allah relied on Himself, not on something outside Him.
Exactly.
But this, look, the Quranic argument is simple. Akhi, barakallahu feek. That's why those who give da'wah based upon Quran and Sunnah, you see many people accept Islam through them.
Alhamdulillah.
But Allah's tawfiq. That's the ni'mah of the Quran and Sunnah.
When you even when you establish this so-called necessary existence, right? The da'i, the non-Muslim, they say, oh, but so therefore God exists. They say, no, it doesn't necessarily mean God exists. So what's the point of establishing necessary existence? You wasted your time.
Yeah, therefore you're not calling to Allah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not calling to
Thank
Allah.
you.
You have to make it clear to people. Stop raising money. Tell a Muslim give you money when you're calling to Allah. You're calling something else first.
God of the atom.
Yeah, you call the God of Atom, as they say, wal-iyadhu billah. No, we call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because what was happening, and it happened to me in the past, and I make tell from Allah. What we do sometimes, we want to please the non-Muslims so much.
That's it.
And we start entertaining them too much and entering into their games. No, Allah exists. This argument, you're not happy with it, bye-bye, take care of yourself. Because Allah guide him, I'm not gonna, you understand? But like I was speaking to this atheist guy in West Bush. Akhi, this man is stubborn. One brother said, no, I think you should get someone to speak to him. I said, brother, this man is like Abu Jahl. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I said to him, maybe you, the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, oh, Messenger of Allah, let me get someone to convince him. Prophet is the best da'i.
Exactly.
The problem is not with the da'wah of Prophet, it's with the person. He's mutakabbir, kafir, yuridu jahannam.
Yeah.
That's the
Allah
break
says, take guidance from the prophets. They were the best da'i. So
Barakallah
why are we not following the methodology of the prophets and we follow the philosophy? Like,
Yeah,
what's
and
the
they
sense?
try to
I don't
say
get it.
philosophy mean intellectual argument doesn't mean that,
No, it doesn't
because
mean
philosophy
that.
mean to doubt everything.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no foundation.
That's
There is
the
no
asl. That's the asl.
yeah. There's no universal knowledge. They reject it. As a philosopher, and philosophy should not just believe in something. You have to doubt everything. Yeah.
Except the argument of doubt.
Yeah. Islam comes with what? Islam comes with the argument that is already rooted in people's minds and hearts.
Yes.
You see.
I heard one da'i said that I believe on the balance of probability Allah exists.
This is what?
He said on the balance of probability, I believe God exists.
So he's not sure basically. This is not da'i, he's a kadab.
That's one of the conditions of shahada. You need yaqeen.
No, this guy is a kafir. Kafir, man.
99% probability. That's against Islam.
He says what?
Against the conditions of Islam. If he said 99% that God exists,
I believe billion.
Exactly.
that goes towards yaqeen. That's one of the conditions of
أعوذ بالله
One of
من
the 9 conditions of shahada.
وهي.
Yes,
Yeah, here.
I'm not going to say the name.
Now you have to expose him, this guy. I'll expose him, man. I'm straightforward, أخي. My brother. Oh yeah. سلامك كويسين برو. شو اسمي يا أخي؟ أوه حبيبنا وأخانا كيفك؟ وينك يا شيخ؟ طيب. أنت ما أسمح بشيء المشتاق. تركتنا يا أخي.
Yeah, serious.
ما شاء الله. Maybe there's misunderstanding. Oh, no problem. But we have to speak to him then. Because maybe there's a misunderstanding. Probabilities, Allah. You know what? If you are doubting Allah's existence, you will doubt yourself. And what the atheists do, they doubt their own existence. That's true. When you speak to atheists, are you sure you exist? No, maybe. Allah mentioned that in the Quran. You see what I'm saying? Akhi, Allahu Akbar. And
Wallet's his money.
of course, and his phone. You know the phone. Huh? The phone one, akhi. You know,
I love that phone.
Yeah. Akhi, but you know the guy, to be honest, may Allah guide him. Because the guy, he couldn't play around with me after. He could start acting there, even a dreamer. But he knew it's not the case. And that's our philosophy. Philosophy, they would doubt everything. For example, I mentioned it many times, yeah? Look to the marad of philosophy. The disease of philosophy, yeah? So he wants to convert his soul. Because remember, we have a soul. And Allah said in the Quran, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. The one that purifies his soul will be successful. So many people think just physical things. You have a soul that you need to control. So what he would do, he would look for any excuse to justify his disbelief. One of the arguments, I remember a Muslim came to me. I said to him, worship Allah. He said, yeah, but Allah never asked me before he created me. Look, this son of arrogance, takabbur. But look, this is called sophista'iyya. Sophistry, why? So you want Allah to create, before he created, to ask you. But in order for Allah to ask you, he has to create you.
To be alive.
Exactly.
You have to exist.
To exist. You have to be aware. You understand?
Exactly.
And if he creates you and you know he's your Lord, you have to submit to him.
Exactly.
No, he question you, no, you question him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Look, this, but some Muslims, what they do, they start entertaining them. But I say, no, akhi, the question itself is a nonsensical. Like, for example, if Allah, who created Allah? If Allah is the creator of everything, by default, he has no creator. Because if he has a creator, he cannot be the creator of everything anymore. That's why one of Allah's names is Al-Awwalu. Laysa qablahu shay. He's the first.
And there's
Nothing. Look how Allah describes himself better than Ash'ari's way. Al-Qadim. Because Qadim doesn't mean he's the first before everything. Because there's something Aqdam. But the way Allah describes himself, Al-Awwalu. Or Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he describes Allah, Al-Awwalu laysa qablahu shay. Even the Quran, huwa Al-Awwalu wa Al-Dhahir. Do you understand? So the Shaykh Barakallahu Feekum, we as Muslims, and I said that to one brother, I advised him, I said, use the Quran, ya akhi. Even these Christians, their Bible is batil and they use Bible.
I know.
Quran, verse in the Quran. Now I'm using analogy argument, there's no problem. Or analogies, no problem, as long as it's in line with the Quran and Sunnah, because that is the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way of the Sahaba. But this falsafa, akhi, now even people study philosophy.
Nah, it's a waste of time. I studied philosophy up to A levels. Wallahi, alhamdulillah, Allah saved me from it, man.
Alhamdulillah.
And I realized the nonsense. Nonsense, akhi, utilitarianism, harm principle. I could easily use that, akhi.
Yeah.
But why not? Because it's not the way how.
It causes confusion.
That's it,
Causes
man.
confusion, akhi.
That's it.
It causes confusion.
It's not the fact that we're ignorant. No, there are people who are knowledgeable about philosophy, but they don't. Because they know that it's not in accordance to the Quran, the Sunnah, and the Salaf.
Wallahi, I'll tell you why it's crazy, it's philosophy, yeah? I said to one guy, is Allah perfect? He's a Christian, but he's a philosopher. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, you're playing around. I said, okay, is he imperfect? He said, no. I said, so you know what he means.
Exactly.
Because he knew the opposite.
Yes, you know the opposite. But he likes to play around. That's philosophy for you. So don't ever lie, say philosophy using sound reasoning. Because if philosophy mean using your aql, what Allah said in the Quran about the kuffar in Jahannam, they will say, لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير. If we use our brain and our intellect, but according to you, the philosophers, they use the intellect.
Yeah, the aql, yeah.
And philosophy uses intellect. So what are they going to be in Jahannam? That's why, you know what philosophy means? There's a scholar from Egypt said, fils, you know fils means corruption. Oh, no, bankrupt. Fils, fah. Fah means safah. Falsafah. bankrupt and foolishness. فلسفة. مفلس مسفح. That's why he is. Wallahi. He said philosophy is crazy. Someone wrote a book. تهافت التهافت. Or تهافت الفلاسفة. Another philosopher wrote a book. تهافت الفلاسفة. Someone wrote a book. فلسفة الرياضيات. The other wrote a book. رياضيات الفلسفة. ايش هذا الجنون يا اخي والله.
To clarify, this is nothing personal. It's for the deen, man.
It's deen,
Some
أخي.
people
الحمد
just
لله.
take it personal attack, but,
الحمد لله. يا أخي والله يا أخي. We love our brothers and sisters in Islam. Even those we oppose them in some issues, they're still our brothers and sisters in Islam and they have a right over us as a Muslims. Understand? الحمد لله man. والله هذه النعمة القرآن والسنة analogies sufficient. يكفي. 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 You know, we don't have to go to this falsafa hours, speaking to, you know, subhanallah.
Hours. At the end of it, it's like, oh, we don't agree on anything anyway, so.
Akhi, it happened to me in the past when I started entertaining.
Hours
Yeah.
lost.
And you go home, you think, what I just
Yeah.
did.
Waste of time.
Wallahi, Quran, Sunnah, analogies. You're not happy, bye-bye, take care. You're going to go Jahannam if you that upon it. You're going to lose. Wallahi, akhi. And use the al-wa'd wal-wa'id. One brother said, akhi, we cannot use the Quran because the kuffar, they don't believe in Quran. I said, no, akhi, you're wrong. I said, you know why? Because Allah mentioned in the Quran threatening the kuffar with Jahannam, even though they don't even believe in Day of Judgment. Because Allah, He creates us something within us, we believe in Day of Judgment, but we try to cover it. That's why some people, if you give him a reminder about death, that will make him realize. You understand? That's why the Quran is from Allah. Why? Because the Quran is based upon a fitra argument, psychological argument, and a sound reason argument.
you know, I've read Usul al-Thalatha, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Wallahi, if this book, if you read it, it's sufficient to expose atheism.
Yeah, I understand it, yeah. It's simple, you know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how you know your Lord? بآياته ومخلوقاته.
That's it.
With His science and His creation, أخي.
That's it.
Subhanallah. May Allah guide us and guide them.
Ameen.
Barakallah fiikum.
Barakallah feekum, man.
What's happening? I don't want to mention the brother's name. What do you think about this brother who tries to follow the footsteps of the kuffar, doing podcasts, men, women, sitting together, women with makeup and.
I think the brother you're talking about
I don't want to mention his
recently
name.
came with a video
Yeah.
that's talking about men dressed as women and women dressed as men in the Hajj. So I wanted to ask you, you recently came back from Hajj, yeah?
Yeah, Umrah.
Umrah. So what's your stance on women
Or men becoming
feminine men
Oh, okay, yeah.
dressing as men, or feminine masculine women dressing as men? You understand what I'm saying?
How they dress as a
in
man?
Hajj.
Now
Is it
you're
acceptable
talking
to
about
you?
there's women, I believe, or is it men?
But
Men
even-
that
even
dressing like kind of
homosexuals as well.
womenish.
Because he was talking
haram,
about
it's haram,
judging
I think.
people on what's apparent.
That's haram.
The video that the person.
No, that's not video I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it's the same person does the,
No,
the
he's
video
talking about
on what's apparent.
No.
Yeah, but it's the same.
He
It's
was
the
talking
same
about
person.
studio, in his studio.
No, yeah, but it's the
studio.
same person doing the same things. And I'm saying the last video was to
Oh,
say.
yeah. I did see the thumbnail.
Okay,
Yeah, I know
okay.
it.
Okay. I haven't seen that other video. But it's haram. And Nabi some curse men that imitate women. And curse the woman imitates a man. It's haram, لا يجوز.
But there are people doing Aisha radiallahu to still cover from feminine men.
Yes, صحيح. المخنثين عربي.
And what they're doing now, they're allowing such people now to go do Hajj and Umrah and stuff. So how would you?
I mean, preventing them as long as they're not doing haram. Like, because now, for example, if someone is he acts like feminine, but he wants to come to Hajj, you cannot stop him, can you? Yeah, you can't stop him from praying. Are you gonna stop him praying? Yeah. So this.
But no,
Yeah, it's
what I'm
haram.
saying,
Yeah.
They're making a video and saying, I'm gay, this and that, but I come and do Hajj. Look at me.
These guys munafiqun if they're doing that. والعياذ بالله. Allah السلامة والعافية, man.
Because they're
May Allah protect the Muslim Ummah from that.
because there's people saying that they can go and they can do that. They have the right to do that. And
No,
we
they don't,
have the
because-
right to judge them.
No, we judge them, of course. There's two types of judging.
That's it.
There's judging, which is me telling you, والعياذ بالله, يقول Jahannam, that belongs to Allah. But if I see you stealing, and I know you're stealing, it's haram. What I'm going to say, don't judge me. You're doing haram. If I know you that you do business with, they take you their money, and I judge you, I have to judge you.
So if a masculine female,
Or female pretend to be a man or something. Or,
is going in the wrong area
Or for a man,
in the masjid or in the.
you stop her.
That's it.
Yeah, because it's against Islamic teaching.
Yeah, but
It's great. If a woman
Same
comes,
situation with the toilet, isn't it? With the toilet.
what I'm saying is there's people condoning this thing and saying we don't have the right to tell them not to go there,
to not go where?
not to go in the wrong area.
We have a right. It's against Islam.
But to do
Man
it-
stay with the man, woman stay with woman.
Right. What he's saying is that you can't judge somebody on what's apparent. But if they're making themselves out to be more
No,
feminine,
you can.
then
You
that's
can.
it.
You can. If there's indications, you can.
That's it.
But I haven't seen. Listen, even though I disagree with his brother, but did he say that?
Yeah.
But is he saying because sometimes look,
Okay, did he say
no,
or
but I'll
not?
tell you something. Maybe the brother is mentioned because I had a cousin back home. All right, long cousin. If you see him, the way he speaks like feminine. But actually, this guy, if you try to fight him, he's a fighter. He's a real man, you know. He's not a joker.
I'm not talking about wrestling with the guy.
No,
I'm
I'm
talking
not talking about that. No, but my point here
He's in
is
the wrong area in the
no,
masjid, bro.
No, but what I'm
Either
saying,
you're a
no,
woman
what I'm
or
saying.
you're a man. There's two areas in the
Understand my
mosque.
point? I'm saying maybe the brother,
Yeah.
the brother is saying doesn't mean someone look like feminine. You think he's gay or something like that?
No.
Maybe
But
he's
if
saying
he
that.
presents himself, if a man presents himself in
Yeah.
a feminine way, you understand
What do you mean a feminine way?
Long hair, makeup.
Of course, yeah, of course. You can't judge him. You have to make clear, my brother.
The brother is saying, the
know,
brother is saying in his
you're
video,
clear,
you're
right?
not allowed to judge him on what's apparent.
You have to. What's this?
That's it.
So if your father put makeup and lipstick,
That's what I'm saying.
what are you gonna say? My father don't judge you.
That's what the
Come
brothers
on.
did.
No. This guy is true. Some stuff you go to extreme about. I don't judge. You know, he pretends to be. He's cool with everyone.
Liberal.
Yeah, liberal mentality, but pretend to be against liberalism. But he's been poisoned by liberalism. We judge if a man put makeup, you are imitating a woman is haram.
That's it.
And Allah cursed. Rahmukallah. Like, but now, am I going to kill him? No. I'm going to harm him? No. He's going to Jahannam? That belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Exactly.
So we have to differentiate between the two.
Can you do us a favor and advise him because he's making videos and making.
Is he Ali Dawah? I advise him many times, akhi. I advise him greater than this.
But he needs advice, bro.
That show.
Akhi, you know why he's following? He's following. You know why he's following? There's a show in America.
Fresh and fit, 3 Muslims.
Fit,
yeah,
fresh and fit, yeah. He's following their footsteps. Yeah, والعياذ billah, bringing women. I mean, akhi, look, you know,
Are they Muslim?
they're Muslim women. May Allah guide them, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know their husbands out there, akhi. May Allah bless you, my brother. But akhi, you have to have ghira, my brother. No, I can't say the youth, inshallah. Maybe there's, yeah, generally speaking, that's true. Yeah, there's comes under, but maybe the brother, before you know, there's no like khulwa. But still, man, Allah, my wife sitting down next to a man, and the brother they brought. I don't mention the brother's name, yeah. The brother they brought, all of them, akhi. Who are they? Are they scholars, students of knowledge, experts? You can bring one guy. What's happened now? Now, any influencer, any random guy online, he's famous, he become expert. And you bring him speaking about big issues of families and women and a man. Go back to Al-Ilm, don't come back to Shamsi as well. No, you go back to scholars, akhi. Go back to old people, full of wisdom. They can advise you. You understand? Like remember, now let's talk about because some brothers here, they wanna be like Andrew Tate, our brother. May Allah help him, and may Allah give him victory over the oppressors. Yeah, they wanna be like him. But akhi, stuff he was saying before Islam, and even after Islam, he's still learning.
Andrew doesn't want to be like Andrew.
Yeah, understand? Andrew, he's learning. He used to be better Muslim. You know, Abu said. The point here is, you're a Muslim. Why are you acting? If you married a woman now, remember, she's your sister in Islam at the end of the day. You understand? She's not your slave, my brother. You understand? She's coming. I mean, you can help her. She can help you. Be good to her. And if divorce happen. Doesn't mean she's bad or you're bad. And if you leave each other, don't go expose each other. It's haram. There's no need. But he's giving some crazy advice, akhi, his brother. Imala guide him. He said he abused. He abused.
He abused his
I don't mention his
wives
name.
and
It's not
children.
me. Huh?
His wives and children.
That's why he said. He admits.
Oh no, he didn't admit.
Okay. Allah. But anyway, he said. Yeah. He said his wife, when he wanted to give her birth, he got and he left. Yeah. He went to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
2 million, I know that.
My point here is, look, akhi, yeah? He's maybe he's from my country, Algeria. Yeah? In Algeria, because why? We have our aunties, our sisters. They go with the woman. But now here, your wife has no one. You're gonna live in the ambulance by herself? No, I'll come with her. I'll be with her. You understand? That's not show your. By the way, that's not show your man. You get an ambulance, you go, and I go sleep, and then my daughter's here. That's not show your man, brother. You misunderstanding what is a man.
They can mistreat her.
Barakallah fik, she's a wife by herself. Yeah, they can. Barakallah fik.
I
Because
think
you know.
who was causing
let him
Shubha
tell the
here.
brothers.
No, but you know the full story.
I know, but let him advise the brothers.
The full story I know, because he himself clarified himself, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
You understand? He said, no, what happened? I called the ambulance because it happened quick and that. That's no good example, brothers.
For me,
Don't
it's
follow this
normal
man.
for men not to want to go into the birthing room. But
If it's out of
but
necessity,
in
yeah.
this country,
Yeah,
like
of
you
course.
said, there's no support network for the sister,
yeah.
trying to give birth to
Yeah.
the baby. The men, we need to man up and we need to go there and give
Yeah, but-
even security.
Yeah.
For,
You have
for-
to help
for-
your wife. If your wife has sisters and can help her, alhamdulillah.
That's it.
Understand? Because you want to be there. I mean, you, of course, it's a ni'mah that you see your child straight away because you have to adhan.
Yeah.
And also you have to be there because the first thing you have to hear is adhan. Yeah, so you get it and they give you adhan and you make adhan to. By the way, there's no authentic hadith, but Ibn Qayyim said it's ahsan. You know, the first thing he hears from this dunya adhan. You understand? So barakallah fikum. So don't follow this man. This man is not our role model. He's not an example to follow. Barakallah fikum. And now there's a woman coming out. Oh, sister, you don't have to cook every day for your husband.
I think the
I
same
mean, like,
time.
what? Oh, let me finish.
Sorry.
Barakallah. Akhi, look. Look, ikhwa. This sister, maybe she wants good. Maybe that we can, maybe what she was saying, that don't work too much. Because some men don't appreciate it. Even when you're tired, they want to force you. You understand? But the woman's job to take care of her husband, take care of the house, but also the man to help. I mean, sometimes your wife doesn't have to tell you, help me. Help her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, especially if I live by myself for a long time. I mean, at home sometimes I clean, I cook, alhamdulillah. You know, I'm doing it as a favor. You understand? Imam al-Albani, he went outside, started hanging the clothes. His wife, she said to him, come back in. They think I control you. He said that's the way of Prophet Muhammad to help his
They
wife.
say Prophet Muhammad used to help in the house every single day. That's what these feminists say. In the
No, feminists will against you. You know, with us and we know with you. Straightforward.
It's not feminist, it's sexist.
Yeah, straightforward. No. Prophet is not every day. And Prophet should not tell him, you have to do it. No. If she's sick and that, he used to help his wife. No problem. You understand? Even if she's not sick. You help your wife, she's your wife. You know, like if you know, I'm not sure if you know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, don't cook. Yeah, if you don't cook, brother. Or she will ask you, you know.
People would burn down the house.
Like, you know, the man, you know, I was going to mention something, but Allah Alam, but they said this man is true happened. This man, his wife cooked for him. He said, oh, my wife, when you cook food for me, even shaitan doesn't say Bismillah. He said, shaitan, no, subhanallah, what he said? No, what he said again? No, shaitan, he will remind you to say Bismillah. Because it wasn't eating food, that's haram, akhi. You can't tell your wife this stuff, man. Exactly. Nah, man. You have to forget, try to eat. If you cannot, leave him.
What's this language? What's it called? Hypergamy? What's all this?
alpha or something, alpha male.
Alpha what?
Alpha male. This is the terminology that they use.
What does that
value
mean?
Alpha male according to
High value man
High
and woman.
value
That's
man.
The government is middling men and women. They're middling them. They're getting in between the man and the woman deliberately to put the woman against the man, to destroy the men.
Yes, yes.
The
That's right.
suicide rate in this country in the men is an epidemic high. And it's not for no reason. And they're asking other countries that don't have this suicide problem to adopt the same way. To me, it's just absolute.
Of course.
Because the more that you target the woman to give her empowerment that she doesn't know how to use, she doesn't know how to apply
Implement.
it within the home, with decency, with balance, she's gonna abuse the man. But when a woman abuses a man, they call it nice things like henpecking and all kinds of nice little things. But it's straight up bullying. But when a man does it, it's abuse. And it's to be condemned and labelled as toxic masculinity. I genuinely believe that the women are being weaponized against the men in this country.
100%. I agree. I agree. 100%.
That's it.
I agree. What the word they're teaching, that even the man, like, you know, subhanallah, when you see back home in Muslim countries, how the mothers respect the fathers. As a child, you grew up respecting your mother and respecting your father. And you see and you wish that Allah give you a wife like your mother. You understand? Cooperation. My father, I remember, may Allah have mercy upon him, when I used to say to my mother, where's my socks? He used to say to me, why, she was wearing it? Go look for your socks for yourself. You understand? Remember, respect your mum. You understand? You understand? Allah, you see the love. You understand? But now, like you said, there's a war against man. But what happened? When there's a war against man, because some men don't have a guideline from Allah, what they do, they try to create something as a battle, and what happened? They become oppressors too.
Exactly.
You understand?
Red Pill movement, yeah.
Red Pill movement. So that's why, like, you know, like our brother Andrew Tate, may Allah make it easy for him. Before Islam, he wanted, that's why a lot of people listen to him. Because why he's calling people to go in line with the fitrah. But because he didn't have Islam, he was going to be extreme in some issues. You understand? And it happened to all of us. Like when I was not practicing, I dealt with some issues because I didn't know Islam very well. I dealt with it in an oppressive way, even though I was oppressed first. You understand? Like, for example, if someone slaps you, you want to kill him. They go, if he slap you, slap him back. No, you kill him. You understand? That's why I need the guideline. So I agree, Akhi. They want to make a man like nothing here. You understand, brother? والله أعوذ بالله من ذلك. And who run the countries? Men, generally
But they're
speaking.
giving more rights for the woman, more protection for the woman, deliberately.
But brother, wait, أخي. What is woman there?
Huh? Exactly.
So if they,
And the women giving
but
their rights away.
if they're giving the right to the woman, which woman they're giving
them
it?
and the day and the if and the baby and the grey one, the rainbow. That's what they give their rights to.
No, it's no. He said now what's happening? Now, if they say they're giving a right to the woman, sorry, Sekhwa.
Caribbean Irish, bro.
I'm saying if you want the rights, you just
Someone needs to check your balance, bro.
No, wait, you misunderstand. No, wait, there's a misunderstanding here. What he's saying, now they don't know what woman is. Yeah? So if they want to give a right to a woman, so they can find it. Say, that right, you can give it to me. If they say you woman, they say I'm anything, don't worry about it. You understand? So we're saying that, of course, even that we don't exchange this thing. I'm not a woman, I'm a man Allah created. And once a'udhu billah, not disrespecting women. No, Allah created a woman as well. And woman has a high status in Islam. Our mother, of course. Allah placed them in the best place.
That's why when I see men,
brother, have you seen the
women,
queen?
Bro, I don't understand what the problem is. When a man marries a woman, he's trying to elevate her status. This is an accolade that real men give to women. It's an accolade. A marriage, a wife is the highest accolade a real man can give to a woman. What they're doing is they're literally taking the man's rights away and then saying the woman needs more rights. And to me, it doesn't make sense because what you're doing to save women's lives and to save women from this this physical chastisement or physical burden that apparently abuse they're getting, you need to give men rights, not women more rights. Give men their rights. Make it legal for men to have their rights rather than constantly chewing their rights down, giving them absolutely no rights. Because when these women are killing men, when these men are killing themselves, or they're killing their wives and the kids, sometimes I don't even need to hear. I don't even need to listen. Because a lot of these men come from these countries where these men have zero legal rights. They have no rights. So automatically their mind is going to default. If I'm going to lose the business,
I'm going to lose everything.
the car,
I'm going to kill everyone.
the house, this, that. Listen, if I lose,
you lose.
Everybody loses.
Everybody.
Not me, not everybody goes. And that's endangering the women, the very women they're trying to protect. They're claiming
but
to
also,
protect
but also we cannot just blame women, we have to blame men as well. Some brothers, they want to get married and they don't want to take responsibilities as a man. He wants to get married but he's always outside with his friends. You understand, Akhi? Yeah, that is. I've been dealing with issues of families for years, Akhi. I know, we have to be just as well, Akhi. There's some brothers, they don't want to be a man. He wants to get married, but treat his wife like a girlfriend. You understand? Be a man, take care of you.
No, how can he get married and treat his wife like a girlfriend? It's two opposite ends of the
That's what I'm saying. That's what's happening now. That's what's happening now. As married
but
man,
you don't get married to someone you want to treat like a girlfriend.
How is your girlfriend? You get married, you have her, then you see her next month.
Yeah, but you don't get married to her if you want to treat her like a girlfriend.
Brother, that's what I'm saying.
The whole point of what I said is that if you marry
the point,
a woman, you're trying to elevate her.
I'm saying
you don't elevate her with the intention to.
Barakallah fik. So the problem with the man with the woman now.
So it's the opposite thing.
But who's the problem with the man or woman now?
For me, it's the woman.
How? The man is doing it.
No, bro. The
law, if I marry your daughter,
no.
Forget about the law as a Muslim now.
Forget the law. The law
brother,
is governing them.
In a Muslim country happens as well.
No,
okay.
Talk about here.
No, brother. Okay, here. Wait, brother. Step by step. If I marry your daughter, yeah. I'm married as listen carefully. If I marry your daughter, I mean a husband and wife now. If I marry brother's daughter, yeah, she's my wife. What I do, I said, you stay in your house, I stay in my house, we just link up in the hotel twice a month. Okay, would you be happy for anyone? Would you happy for me to do that for your wife? Okay, the problem now is it with the woman, the man, is the man's responsibility to get a house for her, to provide for her, or he get a house for her. But what happens?
You genuinely think that, bro?
Brothers, who screw with me?
Bro,
are you serious?
Ask the sisters if they want to get married now, even.
No, they want. Some say want. But if that, brother,
the sisters don't want to get married.
You're missing the point.
It's the point. I talk about a particular scenario.
Scenario, akhi.
But you're saying the problems with the men. I'm telling you.
In this issue, in this situation.
In this circumstance.
Brother, are you saying man doesn't make no wrong or what?
No, of course not.
Khalas. So in this situation,
wait a second.
go on.
You and I both know
that
in this country,
the
most powerful out of the husband and the wife is the wife.
I agree with that. No
Absolutely
doubt.
unadulterated, there's no contest. No one contests that statement.
No, I agree with that percent.
I'm telling you, that means that all of the problems that we're experiencing, the suicide in men, the murder rate of women themselves, the murder rate of husbands murdering their own children, These are problems because the women are empowered to do it. The problem is, wait a second.
No, I agree with him.
Wait a second.
Wait
a second. The problem is with the women that are empowering themselves constantly with more power. They don't know how to use it. They don't know what to do with it. And when they've got it, they misabuse it. You understand what I'm trying to say to you?
I understand that.
The problem is in this country is with the women, not with the men.
No, with the men too, akhi. No, you can't say women. Brother, men too. As
If
well.
the men are,
Wait.
are in power and the
He will abuse it as well.
Yeah, okay, but I'm
You
saying,
see?
I'm
So
saying.
the men will abuse the power too. One man doesn't abuse the power, akhi. Men, no.
saying they don't.
One
I'm
second,
saying
akhi. One second, akhi. Barakallahu fik. The point here is, what you have to understand, akhi, Islam teaches us what? وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعْدِلُوا. If you speak with justice. You understand, akhi? So we cannot blame everything on a woman.
I'm not
Likewise,
blaming everything.
Nobody said woman is
I
a
said
problem.
majority.
I understand that. Okay,
Majority
no,
is there.
wait.
They have the law.
No, I
They
understand.
have the power.
The law is behind them. I understand that, no doubt.
Definitely. So
But
how are you
akhi,
gonna
no.
fight with the law?
But hear me out. But if wallahi, regardless, even if there's a law behind them, if a woman see her husband treat her with respect, take care of her, that's everything, she will never use the law against him.
I don't believe that.
Wallahi, I do. Women naturally inclines toward a man that will
believe
protect her, take care of her. Wallahi.
I don't believe that.
Huh?
There are some corrupt ones.
Oh, that's what I said. I'm not saying, brother, I said, if a woman notice, and she's a true woman, like you said, she's a good woman, she like respect,
You have to be able to enforce.
brother, that's what I'm saying. She has a mind for her right to be forced. Listen, akhi, as a Muslim woman, she will understand Allah's law is above any law. You understand? But if a woman, akhi, I know stories when a man got married to a sister, okay? When a brother, not once, not two, 3 times, many times, they abused them, he kicked her out, half naked, and the kafir neighbor came and he had to cover her. Okay, so you have to be real, akhi. Cannot blame everything on a woman like what's on a man. What I'm saying, akhi, we brothers as well, we have to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have to understand how Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did with his wives. We cannot go back to the red pill movement, nonsense. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's sitting down, and Aisha broke what? The plate. He didn't say, who you? You disrespect me, get out of the house. You don't make coffee for me, get out. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, your mother got jealous. Your mother got jealous. Umar ibn Khattab, he said, oh Messenger of Allah, when I was in Mecca, we control our woman. In Medina, the woman very hard to control. He didn't say, go beat her, do this. Understand? Be nice to them, be good to them. I'm saying the true woman, if she sees you, you take care of her, you sacrifice, you look after her. If she's a true woman, that she's a good believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she will never use the law against you. Even non-believer, akhi, wallah afwan, so to carry the last thing. Wallah, even if she's a non-believer, wallah, because a woman naturally,
Where's the guidance from them?
no, the fitrah.
Is this the fitra?
Yeah, the fitrah. That's what Andrew Tate.
Bro, I've been called naive in my life, bro. But if you're not paying attention to what's going on in your society, in your country,
You're missing my points, akhi. I think what I'm
you
saying,
leave
Andrew
it down
Tate before he
to
became Muslim.
blind faith.
No,
It's gonna
Andrew.
guide her to be good to her
Brother,
husband.
Andrew Tate.
When the society, wait a second, the society
No,
itself
no,
is
wait,
toxic.
wait, akhi. Brother, step by step, look. Akhi, sorry. Andrew Tate, before he became Muslim, the thing he was saying about women and men, was he right or wrong? It was right.
I don't agree with everything.
No, but some stuff he was right.
He was right, but he
But
said it the wrong way.
Which point?
Like, for example, man has to be in charge, man is strong, woman submits, and woman this and that. Certain things he said was right.
Certain things,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
certain-
Even though he has no Islam, why he was speaking from fitrah? Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, Allah created fitrah. What is a fitrah? Fitrah, generally, you know what is right, what is wrong. The woman, I know a non-Muslim woman, I've been dealing with families for years, I'll tell you something, for nearly 10
Allah
years.
bless you for your
Ameen. May Allah save me as well. It's crazy.
I know Jerry Springer every day. I don't know how you do it.
Akhi, wallahi,
I
stress.
don't know how you got hair left. I
Akhi,
don't know
stress.
what's going on.
What we say to you, akhi, sometimes, look, when it comes to between a husband and the wife, you have to be very cautious as well. We cannot take sides quick. Akhi, sometimes the woman make her husband like Fir'aun, and the husband make his wife like ex-wife of Iblis. Akhi, it's crazy, you understand? That's why you have to be very just. That's why issues to go to the court. But my point here is, for our sisters there, that our brothers, if you want to have a good family, you have a household, then let us go back to Quran and Sunnah. No red pill movement, no feminism.
No
Both
law.
this,
No English law.
we do no English law.
Because you keep saying.
Quran and Sunnah, brother.
Bro, you know what I'm saying, yeah?
No, but sometimes, sometimes you can use English.
Bro, it's clear what I'm saying.
No, but if the husband.
Is it clear what I'm saying or not?
Yeah, but no, wait. If the brother, there's a situation happen like this. If a brother, he's abusing his sister,
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
oppressing her.
Yeah.
She has no family. Wait, brother, let me finish before clear or unclear. Barakallahu fik. If she's allowed to seek help from the authority, she has no help.
I believe that if you're
I
able
believe she should
if
be.
you're able to deal with it in your community, in-house, with the Muslims, if there's
Imam.
what's the Muslim, what's the male that's in charge
The
of
wali, but she has no one. She has no one. Akhi,
Zero.
brother, I dealt with issues like that.
Zero.
I dealt with issues.
Teach you not to go to the masjid.
I dealt with it. They come to masjid. Her husband said, "Don't get involved. Akhi, it has nothing to do with you. Understand? It has nothing to do with
You
you."
advised him?
I advised him, akhi. The guy doesn't
and he
listen.
was being abusive.
He was, akhi. Wallah, she was crying. She said, akhi, I can't take it anymore. Akhi, the scholars of Islam who free from they said she allowed to go seek her from the kuffar.
What was his? Because there's two sides to an argument. Yes or no?
Where is it? Abusing your wife is argument?
No, is there two sides to a story?
Where is it? Where is it?
What do you mean?
What do you mean two sides?
Two sides. If she says one thing, he says something.
That's what I'm saying. I brought them there. I brought them together.
Yeah.
He's abusing her physically because he's using his power against her. There's no. I said to him, "Akhi, Allah, you cannot abuse your wife. Give her a reminder, okay? Even in Islam, the discipline that to use a physical discipline, you're not allowed to harm her, break her bones, make like fighting Tyson.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying to you, when it comes down to the bare bones of it, when you say there's a disagreement between a man and a woman, I'm trying to say to you, as a husband and a wife, you're saying to me that you are the arbitrator, the referee.
that's-
in fact.
yeah.
I'm saying, alhamdulillah, firstly, for your efforts. Yeah,
Let's try my best, may Allah
bless
forgive
you
us.
for
Ameen.
for trying.
Ameen.
Because to come, like you said, it's a dicey
Akhi,
situation.
I try to stay away from it, to be honest.
They're becoming more and more empowered by the legislation, the legal legislation. That's
No, you missed my point. No, you digress. You digress about a woman. Is asked scholars. Scholars said, listen, if no one is helping her, and this man keep abusing her physically, then she's
Is he
allowed.
abusing her for no reason, or is he abusing
Well,
her?
okay, what reason you gonna abuse her? Except she's gonna fight you. Yes, you have allowed to.
She comes to me with a knife, and I
That's what I said. She's not coming with no knife. She's not coming with no
That's
knife,
what I'm
brother.
asking you. I'm
That's what I
asking
said,
you what the
akhi.
scenario was.
Brother, I said to you,
If he's just doing it for nothing, then that's his problem. He needs to go to jail for that. But if he-
Barakallahu, that's what's
he
happening.
needs to
Yeah.
go to jail for
That's
no
what-
reason. No, he goes to
Akhi,
jail.
of course, akhi, even the law in Britain law. Listen to me.
But
Even in
I'm
Britain,
asking you as a man.
Habibi, even the British law, they tell you if your wife coming with enough stuff, you're allowed to fight back. I mean, be honest, akhi. So obviously, I'm not talking about that because we're talking about going back to the British law. So I'm saying in some situation, because even the British law, they tell you to go back to Imam. They ask you, they tell me, because I remember there's a sister called them. Wallah, they told us, I said, go, get the Imam to speak to them, to your husband.
Can I ask you?
I was surprised, this police have a good.
Genuine problem, yeah? Genuine
I don't know his
problem.
name, by the way.
Bro, genuine problem, yeah? You know, like,
Yeah.
for me, you're saying that the problem is with the men. For me, the
Who
problem...
said, what did I say?
You said the problem is with the men in the country.
I didn't say that, akhi.
What did you say?
I said, they said there's some problem with the men too. That's what I said.
Some and some.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I said. That's
For
what
me,
I said.
the majority
You cannot free men from responsibilities.
Of course not. I'm not, I would never
That's
do
why
that
that's
with
my point.
decency, bro.
My
What I'm
point.
saying is the majority of the issues is that men and women are getting into a legal agreement, a marriage. Yeah? A legal agreement.
but
He
you-
has his rights, she has her rights.
Yeah.
But in this country, for me,
Okay, so
the females,
okay.
they're allowed to break their let me finish. Women are allowed clearly to break their agreement, their legal agreement. Like, for instance, to give sex to her husband, for me, I understand it Islamically, is the man's right to take sex from his wife. But in England,
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Let me just are you saying, what do you mean by that? Clarify that.
well, when a man and woman in Islam are married, if he asks her to do her duty and come to bed with him, then that's her right to do it. That's within his rights.
Yeah, no
I'm
problem.
saying to you, the legislation that governs the UK says that he doesn't have the right to impose that on her. And I'm saying to you, women are using...
No, we have to step by step to understand. When they say you don't have the right to impose that, they mean physically or mean Islam, because that's Islamic teaching. The end of Islamic teaching that Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith that if the husband, and by the way, they make it clear to you, because many people use hadith, feminists use it to abuse Islam, and the men use it to abuse the Muslim woman. Yes, this hadith, the ulama mentioned, not any man. A man that fulfill the rights of his wife and condition his wife, she's not tired, not sick, nothing, then she rejects, then it's haram upon her.
It's haram
You
on
understand? No doubt about that.
So then
And the angel will be cursing her.
the solution for me, again, I'm asking you, because when a man and woman come at odds with this scenario,
Yes.
the law is making them go to this default mechanism. I'm a woman, I have the choice, you cannot tell me anything, you cannot ask me, you cannot even influence me to give you what you're asking for. You're in a full-time contract, but actually I can renege on all of the values of the contract whenever I want, how I want, and not give you when you asking it.
She's not true Muslim, this woman.
That's it.
Yeah, I believe
That's
that.
what I'm trying to say to you.
what I said, Habibi, listen. The reason I disagreed with you on some issues, you said, I asked you, do you believe the problem only women? You said yes.
Not only women.
So I said, okay, we go back. You said all problems are women. We're gonna go back.
I said,
I know, we know.
No, I never said only.
Yeah, of course, but to clarify that, you understand?
If I said only, I apologize, but that's not what I meant. None of my points. None of my points led to only.
That's why I said I want to clarify yourself.
I said the majority of the problems, and I said majority. The majority of the issues within marriage here is with the woman.
With divorces,
because they've
Sheikh
got.
Fawzan mentioned that same thing. I'm not about this country,
Because they've
but Sheikh
got the
Fawzan
law
mentioned
to
it in
back them
general.
up.
No, Sheikh Fawzan mentioned it in general, not this country. Sheikh Fawzan, when he was asked, he said, what happened because the woman now wants to become challenging a man. You
No,
understand?
not challenge, more powerful.
That's how it is. That's what it means, like no shoes.
Abusing the men.
You understand? And
The authority, exactly. The
but what
dominance.
was-
They want to dominate the men.
No, you can't.
With the law.
That's
So
haram.
I'm saying to you,
Muslim
this
women
is
should not be
clear
doing that.
cut.
Bro, when something's not black and white, it's
Yeah.
not clear, like someone's coming to attack you. Let's say you're having kids and she wants to go back to work.
Yeah.
Now you're forced to leave your job and look after the kids. So you want to be the emir in the relationship and you want to say to her, listen, I want you to stay at home and look
Yeah.
after the kids
Yeah.
so I can go to work because I earn more than you, for example.
Yeah.
She goes, no, I don't want to listen.
Regardless, even if you earn less than her,
You're
you
right.
use your.
Even between me and
Yeah,
you,
regardless.
even between me and you have rights, I have rights. I have to respect you. There's a fear of violence. There's a fear of the law. So me and you, we have common respect for each other because there's something underpinning our relationship that I have to fear your rights and you have to fear my rights.
No, but if you're true believers, both of you,
Yeah, but
then
that's
you
what
don't.
I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it goes back to what? No. Why did it? No. That's what I'm saying, Habib. What you need to look for, a woman, she's righteous, fear Allah, and look for a man, or my sisters look for a man that is righteous and fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, that's what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to marry a man that fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said to the woman, why? Because if he's not happy with her, he will not oppress her. You understand? So yes, akhi, that's why these issues, my brothers, just to conclude, if you wanna make it longer, no problem. But these issues of judging between man and woman, me myself, I try to stay away from it. Because it's a hectic, akhi. Literally, akhi, sometimes the man tell you the story, the woman tell you the story, and what is the worst now, what's happening? Some sisters go in line, start exposing the ex-husband. Issues, akhi, which is personal. The brother mentioned it.
There has to be, listen to me.
And the brother
I'm gonna
saying those
say,
same things
bro,
as well.
if there's no solution to this, and you're clearly saying, listen, I don't even want to be part of the solution. This is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And I'm trying to ask you.
Do you know why I said that, akhi? Do you know why? Because I'll tell you why. When you get involved, if you say, look, I take the side of, imagine you said to the sister, look, ask, because that's what we do, we ask scholars first. I've asked scholar, and the sheikh, he said, look, to the brother, you can leave your wife. Or then what they do, they want to go back, because they miss each other. Who they blame? You. It happened many times, akhi. Oh, the brother divorced my wife. Or he divorced me from my husband. Wallahi, one brother was with me, he said to sister, you're lying. The brother in front of you asked, call the sheikh, and the sheikh said it to him. You understand? That's why some brothers, the brothers Maktab Salafiyya, they don't like to get involved anymore. Love lies on them online, yeah. So wallahi, you're in a situation, it's crazy, akhi. You understand? So what you do, your best advice, be patient sister, be patient brother, try to overlook. Overlook is very important, you understand? And that's my point. My point is, get married to a sister that fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if she tries to use the law against you, and you believe she's oppressing you, then listen, here we have to stop, take care of yourself, and Allah is my witness. And Allah is my wakil.
You've lost everything. Do you know what I'm
I've lost what?
saying? At that point, when you say take care of yourself and you go, you lost your kids, you lost your house, another man goes into your house.
There's no referee.
No.
That's why sisters are still.
So we're going to kill her?
That's what I'm saying, bro. No, but what I'm saying, this is why sisters are complaining now of being single, 27, 28, 30. They're all online on Muzmatch. They're all single. Because guys, I don't want to commit to a girl. I want to get
Women
married.
don't want to marry, the men don't want to marry.
I've got too much
Huh?
to do.
That's what I'm saying.
But akhi, have you dealt with families before? You?
Bro, come on.
I'm dealing with some same yes, brother. That's what I don't understand. Brother, I agree with what you say, women, yeah. But likewise, brothers, they don't want to take responsibilities. Yes.
That's not true.
Wallahi.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Bro, are you serious? Brother, you need to brother. I'm married. Are you married? Are you married?
I'm divorced, alhamdulillah.
How long have you been married for?
I was married for 10 years.
Okay. Now, for 10 years you've been married, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to go to personal issues, yeah? But what I'm saying, that I came across brothers, they got married and divorced, When he noticed that marriage is not a joke, it's a responsibility. I can't be chilling with the brothers till 4 o'clock in the morning. You understand? My wife's going to
He's a young man.
Huh?
He's a young man.
I don't know what is younger again, 25 is a big
Bro,
man.
in my understanding, in this country, men don't mature. They don't mature properly.
Yeah, that's true, 'cause
until
that's
their
true.
late 30s,
That's
early
true.
40s. That's a fact.
That's true, I agree. Because why they teach you? Because of the law.
The bubble that we're in.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't wake up.
Like back home, I was 10 years old. When I was 10 years old, I used to go to the market 4 o'clock in the morning, getting stuff, and I had my own table. When I was 10 years old. When I came to this country and they tell me, listen, 16, you know, 16, you under age and you do crimes, they will treat you as a child. I said, I love it, man. I know I'm not a child. I'm fully aware. Wagwan, understand? And I was thinking, wow, I'm loving it. That's why back home, when we say Aisha got married, when we say to the non-Muslims in the Western world, Aisha got married at the age of 9, they try to look, brother, 9 years old back home is a big man, big woman. They do transaction business and that.
3-4 jobs.
Bro, wallahi. Right. There's my neighbor who's 10 years old. He used to sell bags, you know, plastic bags. You sell them, carry bags, yeah? And what happened in night time? He's helping in the storage.
That's it. That's why.
But he's a warrior, this guy.
Travel. I said that's very good advice because other countries will let you know there's a difference between your ignorant opinion and the rest of the world getting on with life. You know, so to me, there's a big difference.
But what I'm saying is, women these days, at the age that we are, men, like guys like me, bro, I'm single. But I'm a real guy. I've never had a girlfriend and I never will.
MashaAllah, may Allah bless you. May Allah bless you with a good wife.
That's not good. That's not good.
But I'm still
no good what?
That's not good.
That's not good.
Get that point. That's not the point.
To be alone and to be single.
Abu said no good girlfriend. No, wait. No, he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. Wait. You did.
In my culture, if you're your age, and you're single and you don't matter.
By the way, it's general discussion, No. You did it. No, you did it.
I'm trying to get him to give you the best advice.
Brother, you did it.
It's not good.
You did it. You said, alhamdulillah, I'm divorced.
No, because I'm.
You're actually single.
No, you can't blame me of that. I didn't put him off marriage. Did I put you off marriage?
No, you didn't.
You don't know my scenario.
Bro,
he didn't.
And I gotta be very careful because I cannot enforce my rights. I have too much to lose. You get me?
You cannot enforce what?
I cannot enforce my rights.
Are you scared?
So if she gets emotional,
doesn't want to gamble.
Actually, listen, I've met girls. I've tried to get to girls. They see halal and haram different to you, depending on their perspective.
Brother, where are you looking? In a shisha place or something?
All you're asking him to do is play a game.
I'm joking. What I'm saying, Habibi, look, Ikhwa, wallah, I tell you. Brother.
She might see a halal and I might be like, listen, that's my opinion.
Jamal, 1 second. I understand that, no doubt. Akhi, wait, Jamal, wait. I'm telling you something, the story. I was in the first prayer. Listen. Jamal, listen. I was in the first prayer, yes? Before I got married, yeah? A brother spoke to me, said, Shamsi, don't get married in this country. That was, this was back in 2009 or 8, yeah? والله الذي لا إله غيره ولا رب سواه. He was advising me. He said, look, if you get married, wallahi, look, the woman will take your child, this and that. Wallahi, I left the masjid thinking to start doing haram again. Wallahi, do you know why? But I remember what he was doing completely wrong. Because Prophet Muhammad said there's khair in this ummah. I've been married for now how many years? Nearly 12 years. I love my wife, alhamdulillah. She's mashallah, good woman. Wallahi, she give me my right better than I give her right. She give me my right. You know, whatever happened in the future, I said to her, look, what happened in the future, I will say to brothers, if divorce happened, may Allah protect us, I will say to brothers, I was wrong. I don't give her a right the way she should have. You understand? But my point here is, Akhi, don't have this mentality. Remember, we have khair in this ummah. Pray istikhara and look, we make dua. There's khair in brothers and there's khair in sisters. This mentality of, what they call it in
very cautious.
despairing. Pessimistic, yeah? Be optimistic, brother. تفاؤل. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام كان متفائل. بارك الله فيكم.
But the side effect of being careful is that sisters are still single, so that leads them to haram. 27, 28, 30, bro, 31.
The problems with the sisters. I'm trying to tell you.
This is what feminism has caused.
I'm not saying there's no problem with sisters.
Point is, what I'm trying to get to is that feminism, the side effect has affected the sisters.
No doubt, 100%.
100%.
Of course.
They're not targeting the men. They can't come to the men, bro.
Because they push for this feminism, we're like, cool, khalas, do your thing, we don't want to get married. Now they're suffering.
No, but there's other sisters who don't know.
Yeah, but even the good sisters are suffering. Even the good sisters.
Why? Because I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, because what happened is it just been.
Yeah,
I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
No referee, no, it's impossible. How you gonna even learn the laws and the legislation? Did you know, to give your wife flowers in this country, to give your wife flowers for the sole purpose to have sex with her? For the sole purpose to have sex to have intimacy with your wife. If you give her flowers for the sole purpose to have intimacy with her, it's tantamount to bribery. And bribery is tantamount to rape. Men are getting found for rape in a court in this country. For giving flowers to your wife.
But I heard man
For sex, for intimacy. Akhi,
So we're gonna give her a gun
that's what I'm trying to say.
to shoot you.
That's what. How are you going to help him navigate
That's what
through
I'm
it, bro?
saying,
bro.
And you
There
saying
is
even the
sisters, there's
imams, even the learned ones, the scholars are saying, listen, we're not involved.
Some
So
issues,
what's
yeah,
the
it's
solution?
complicated.
You're either part
Yeah.
of the problem or part of the solution.
But what I'm saying,
and
my
all
brother-
I'm hearing is, listen, hey, I don't want to
No,
get involved.
I don't get
wanna
involved. But you know why?
Bro,
Not because
for
of
me
your
it's
sisters.
scary. Because
Habibi,
I
no.
know that I found love, bro, and I was happy to be married. And even I would never
Alhamdulillah.
take it back. I would never take back this 10 years, I think. Wallahi.
Alhamdulillah.
Some of the most happiest times of my life is to be married. I think.
MashaAllah.
You've never understand the relationship between a woman and how important it
How
is
it's beautiful, yeah.
for a woman to give you that softness in your heart. You understand? Even within the Quran, within the Sunnah of Prophet ﷺ, speaks about that it can be your way to paradise. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Coming to understand women and their attributes and their softness and even their how they're bent like the rib. Bro, there's major benefits with it.
What we say,
But I'm
what?
telling you, learn the game. Learn the rules of any game. Learn if you're playing football, akhi,
No,
learn the
akhi,
offside trap.
akhi, no, akhi.
Because there's many traps in there.
Can-
And
Yeah, yeah.
that's what marriage is here.
Brothers, akhi, let me
Legal legislation.
One
That's what I'm
second,
trying
one
to say.
second.
I will never put you
One
off marriage.
second.
I want it
Yeah.
for you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want you walking around single and doing whatever God
But
does.
akhi,
I don't want that for you,
akhi,
bro.
what we have to understand, look, we are Muslims at the end of the day, okay? Barakallah fiikum. Marriage is part of Islam. I understand that you get scared and so on, but what I'm saying, when you're talking about the brothers, imams, they don't want to get involved, not only because of sisters, likewise from the brothers. Like when a brother threatened imam that he will bring his friends and run up in his house,
But he's a gangster, bro.
the sisters not gangsters. The sisters gangsters as well. That's what I'm saying, akhi. The sisters getting scared because they know getting married to some brothers, they're not giving them their rights, they're abusive as well. My point here is, you two, akhi, I'm speaking based upon experience, yes? And me personally, maybe you're talking from a non-Islamic point of view, like overall, Muslim woman, non-Muslim woman, I understand. But as for in the Muslim community, you cannot just blame women. We have to blame men too. They take responsibility. No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, akhi, hear me out, akhi. Look, all of us.
Is with them.
Hear me out, akhi. Barakallah fiik, hear me out, akhi. My point here is that we as a Muslims, when it comes to these issues, it's very complicated, and let us go, because you don't want to fall into haram. You're a man that you want to get married. So sometimes, akhi, be honest person. You don't have to be, because they gonna try to trick me, I'm gonna learn the law how to trick them. Be honest, because Allah will aid.
say trick.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just giving you general advice, brother. Before Maghrib. I'm saying, be honest person. You know, try, all of us, we have our own struggles. I'm not saying the best example. I have my own struggles as well. Understand, akhi? You know, I do wrong to my wife. You know, may Allah forgive me. She does wrong to me, may Allah forgive her. You know, but how I live with her, according to the Quran and Sunnah, what Prophet Muhammad teach us to overlook. So the point here to conclude with, if there's issues like that, I ask the sisters, or brothers, go back to scholars, go back to experts, go back to students of knowledge. They will give you the best advice. You understand, akhi? Because sometimes as a brothers, young brothers, especially as all of us young here, sometimes we can get emotional, sometimes we can be biased and this and that. So akhi, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, istikhara, and look for a sister. One of the signs that you know is a good sister, that she's very respectful to her parents.
That's it. The way she treats her
I'm
father
telling
is the way she's going to
Because
treat you.
yeah. Very good, you know, she's always saying at home, that's a good sign, you understand? Except if she has to provide, you know, in the Western world, and you some sisters will like say, akhi, my family, no one works, I have to go and help my parents and so on. But alhamdulillah, when she got married, she stopped, alhamdulillah. So we ask her to bless our sisters and our brothers and to save our brothers and sisters from every evil thing. May Allah bless you all. May Allah forgive us. Barakallah fiikum, amin wa iyyakum.
I didn't check you 1 minute.
You're looking for a sister?
No, I want to. I've got a question for you.
Okay, come we walk. Because it's Maghrib time. Barakallah fiikum.